Hi everyone, welcome. In today's session we're going to be focusing on strengthening through the upper back and then opening up through the front of the chest. So today's session is designed around creating better posture. So if you're someone who sits behind a desk all day, shoulders are hunched forward, you have a lot of tension through your neck and shoulders, then this practice is ideal for you. It's also beginner friendly. So we're going to begin starting on our hands and knees. With your palms underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, we're just going to begin by moving through a couple of rounds of cat-cows just to mobilize through our spine. So as you inhale, soften your belly down towards the ground. Feel the front of your torso widen and open. Spread your collarbones, look forward, shoulders draw out of your ears. And as you breathe out, drive your palms down into the mat. Hug your front body towards your back body. Gaze back between your two knees. And then release your head down towards the earth. And just moving through a few more rounds like that. So as you inhale, belly drops down, shoulder blades slide down the back wall of your ribs, looking forward, back of your neck long. And as you breathe out, round, plug your palms firmly down into the earth, spreading between your two shoulder blades. So feel the back of your heart elevate up towards the ceiling. And just take a couple more rounds like that. So moving with your breath. And maybe you want to close your eyes down. That may feel nice. And you invite your breath into your body. And then exhale, rounding here. As you round, lift your belly button towards your spine. Feeling that gentle contraction through your core. And last round. Inhale, belly softens. Gaze forward. Shoulders draw out of your ears, and as you exhale, doming through your upper back. And then on your next inhale, just make your way back into a neutral spine, and we're going to move into a thread the needle. So ground down through one of your hands. As you inhale, lift your other arm up towards the ceiling, open up through the front of your chest, shoulders slide away from your ears, and then exhale, throw that arm through. You want to rest onto your outer shoulder and your cheek. You're also welcome to pop a block or a cushion underneath this bottom cheek. Roll your top shoulder open. And then just see if you can direct your breath into the back of your ribs. So finding that gentle release, that stretch around one or both of your shoulder blades. And then from here, as you take your next exhale, slowly ground down through this bottom palm. Unravel from your twist, extend that arm back up towards the ceiling, and then lower your head back down onto the mat. And we'll take that to the other side. As you inhale, reach up, open through the front of your chest, and then exhale, thread your arm through. Resting your cheek and outer shoulder either onto your mat or maybe a block or a cushion. Root down through this supporting arm. Roll your shoulder open or top shoulder open. And again, just spend some time here, allowing your back body, rib cage to gently open up, feeling that release and that stretch around your ribs, maybe around your shoulder blades. And then from here, pressing down through this supporting arm, come all the way up, hands and knees. And then from here, guys, we're going to look forward, step your right foot to your right thumb, so you're in a low lunge. Just pause here for a couple of breaths. You can take a little bit of rocking movement as you open up through the front of your hips. So if your hips are really tight, that can really affect your posture and create pain or tension around through your lower back, because your psoas muscle, this big muscle that connects your leg to your lumbar spine, can get quite tense if we don't stretch. And especially if you sit down all day, you want to create a little bit more length through that muscle. And then from here, slowly lift your body up. Rest your right palm on top of your right thigh. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Create a 90 degree with your legs. Gently curl your tailbone under. Left hand behind the back of your head as you inhale, grow tall. Exhale, we're just going to lean up and over to the right. So opening up through our left side body. Gently fanning and opening through our left ribs. Continue to draw in through your lower belly. That space between your two hip bones. Curl your tailbone under. Shoulders drop down and away from your ears as you take one more big breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly straighten up, lean forward, frame your right foot in, and slide your right foot back, and then step your left foot forward. So So pausing here, a couple of breaths. You can take some gentle rocks, just opening up through the front of your right hip. I mentioned on the first side, if you're stuck behind a desk all day, you may notice that your hip flexors and your psoas get really quite tight. And it feels really lovely just to linger here and feel that gentle release, allowing that space to open up through the front of your hips. And then on your next breath in, make your way up into a 90-degree angle with your legs. Press down through the sole of your left foot, pull your left heel towards your right knee, left hand on top of your left thigh, right arm extends towards the ceiling. Inhale, you're going to find length. Imagine that you're sprouting your spine, your vertebra up and away from your pelvis, and then you're going to arc up and over to the left. Keep curling your tailbone under. Keep drawing your lower belly in. Breathe into your right lung, right side body. Roll your right shoulder open and then draw both shoulders down and away from your ears. And then just take one more full inhale. Slowly breathe out as you inhale, slowly lift your torso up, lean forward, frame your left foot, and then we're going to slide our left foot back onto your hands and knees. From here, shift forward so your spine is in a long diagonal. Gently magnetize your pubic bone towards your heart, keeping your torso still, as if your torso was like a wooden board. Slowly bend your elbows and lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. And then you may just need to wiggle back a little bit. We're going to extend both arms forward and move into some trap activation or scapular, shoulder blade movement. So it's not a big movement. You may only move about 10 centimeters with your arms, but what you're looking for is these shoulder blades here. On your back body, you want to be able to slide them up and down the back of your ribs. So as I mentioned before, it's not a huge movement, but you want to create that movement as it then takes the pressure out of your upper shoulders or upper traps. So come down to lie onto your belly. I want you to rest the knife edge of your palms onto the ground. Thumbs will face up, forehead onto the earth. Legs relaxed, pubic bone heavy, gentle lift through your lower belly. As you inhale, I want you to feel as though you're reaching your fingers forward and away from you. So you'll feel your shoulder blades lift up and then wrap around your outer ribs. Shoulders will lift up towards your ears. And as you breathe out, I then want you to feel as though you're drawing your shoulder blades down your back, gently towards each other. And again, inhale, feel as though shoulder blades and shoulders lift, and as you exhale, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Just taking a few more of those, and what I want you to visualize is that your shoulder blades are like a V. So the upper part of your shoulder blades stay wide, but the bottom part of your shoulder blades draw in towards each other. So you're utilizing or activating your lower traps to draw those shoulder blades down and away from your ears. And we'll just take one more here. Reaching long, feel shoulders lift, and then exhale. Feeling as though the muscles around the bottom tips of your shoulder blades are engaging to draw those bottom tips of your shoulder blades down and towards each other. Then from here, we're going to bend your elbows and take like a cactus shape or a capital E and take the same thing. So forehead is either onto your mat, onto a cushion, or just hovering off the ground. And then same thing. You're gonna feel as though your shoulders will lift slightly, and then exhale, shoulder blades slide down your back. Just squeezing the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. So shoulders will lift. Feel as though you're elevating your shoulders up towards your earlobes, and then exhale, shoulder blades slide down. Palms and hands will stay still. Or palms and forearms, I should say, will stay still. You want to keep the back of your neck long, and there's this gentle tilt of your chin towards your collarbones. Inhale, shoulders lift, and then exhale, shoulder blades slide down your back. So feeling the muscles around the bottom tips of your shoulder blades engage to gently wrap those shoulder blades down, and bottom tips of your shoulder blades draw in towards each other. And from here you can just take a rest. So as I mentioned before, it's not a big movement. You're not going to feel a massive burn, but it's just seeing if you can get that movement, because often our shoulder blades get quite stuck. And there's not a lot of movement around our shoulder blades and the top of our shoulders here. And then that can lead to poor posture because of the lack of mobility and stability, I should mention. From here, we're going to move into swan prep. So keep your hands as they are in that cactus shape. Imagine that there is a marble underneath the tip of your nose. As you inhale, you're going to roll that marble forward and away from you. You're going to start looking up with your eyes, open up through the front of your throat, open through your collarbones, come up so it's just the bottom tip of your ribs or your front ribs that are on the ground, and as you exhale, slowly lower all the way back down onto the mat so that your forehead meets the earth. I'm repeating that again. So brush your nose forward and away from you. Begin to lift your gaze, open up through your throat, open through your collarbones, open up through your heart. Keep your legs relaxed. I want you to keep reaching the top of your sternum forward. So always think length here, and then start rolling down through that lower back, middle back. Upper back head's the last thing to look down towards the ground. We've got 2 more here. Brush your nose forward and away. Lift your gaze, shoulders draw down and away from your ears. So again, feeling as though your shoulder blades are in that V position. Press down through your palms, drag your palms back and keep beaming your heart forward, and then exhale, slowly lower down. You shouldn't be feeling a lot of load or compression through your lower back here. All the work is in around your thoracic, around the middle of your back. Shoulders draw out of your ears. And then exhale, slowly come all the way down. Forehead meets the earth. Next up, we're moving into Scarecrow. So keeping again your arms as they are. Nose, forehead onto the mat, or maybe you want to rest your forehead onto a cushion or a rolled up towel. Imagine that there's a ruler connected from your elbow to the tips of your fingers. You want to keep your wrist nice and long here. As you inhale, you're going to lift your forearms and palms off the ground. They may not lift very far. Then from here, you're going to lift your elbows up. And I want you to feel as though you're reaching your elbows wide and then rolling the back of your shoulders down towards your hips. And then lower your elbows and then forearms. I'm going to repeat that. So from here, forearms lift, elbows lift. This time lift your forehead off. Forehead goes down to the mat. Elbows go down, palms down. And again. Forearms, keep nice long wrist. Elbows, reach your elbows wide. Forehead lifts off the mat, back of your neck long. Forehead goes down. Elbows and then palms. 2 more times. Forearms lift. Elbows lift. You want to keep your elbows below your fingertips. Forehead lifts. Forehead goes down. Elbows and then forearms. Last one. Forearms and palms lift. Elbows lift. So your hands, your forearms are on a diagonal, lift your forehead up, forehead goes down, elbows down, and then forearms down. And then from here, just press back into a child's pose, so hands underneath your shoulders, make your way back briefly. Just stretch out along your spine here. Take a big breath in, stay as you breathe out. Roll forward through your cat pose and then slowly lower back down onto your belly. We're going to move into dart. So reach your palms back. Lift your forehead off your mat. Pubic bone heavy. Gently lift through your lower belly. You want to wrap your outer upper arm bones back and open, and then reach long through your arm bones, reach long through your fingers, that you then hover your palms off the mat. Thumbs are out. I'm going to pump the back of your arms up. So once again, you want to feel as though your shoulder blades are in that V position. Upper shoulder blades wide, bottom tips of your shoulder blades drawing down your back. I'm going to keep lifting your lower belly away from the ground and then lengthen your tailbone towards your heel. So once again, there shouldn't be all this compression through your lower back. The emphasis is on pumping the back of your palms up. So you should be feeling triceps as well as the muscles around the bottom tips of your shoulder blades switch on. Let's go for another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your chest and forehead down onto the ground. From here, we're going to move into some alternate arms. So hovering your forehead just off the mat, maybe a couple of centimeters, you're going to start by sweeping one arm forward. and then draw it back. And then other arm. So fingertips slide along the ground and then up. Opposite arm. Hips stay steady, so you're not rocking or tilting your hips from side to side. Keep the back of your neck long and gently draw your shoulders down and away from your earlobes. From here, if you wish to progress, you can then hover your fingers off the mat and then draw your arms back down by your side. Arms reach up and then down by your side. And then from here, adding on, we're going to add in alternate legs. So energize through your legs, reach long through your toes. Sweeping your left arm forward, you're going to float your right leg up and then lower down. And I want you to think length rather than height. So reach your toenails so far back that you have no choice but to feel your leg just hover off the ground. Keep hugging in through your lower belly. You want to keep those shoulders away from your ears. In saying that, you don't want your shoulders jamming down your back, but this feeling of length through either side of your neck. As you reach your toes back, can you feel this gentle elongation out through the top of your skull? Let's take one more either side. If this gets too much, you can keep your legs still and resting on the ground and just move your arms. And then from here, slowly lower all the way down. One cheek onto the earth, gently rock your hips from side to side. You should be starting to feel the muscles really work around your upper back. We're going to move into a chest stretch. So a couple of options with your arm. Option one, arm is going to be straight out to the side. Option two, elbow is bent. Elbow bent means you're going to receive more of an intense or deeper stretch through the front of your chest. So with your right hand flat, either elbow or arm long in line with your shoulder, or you can cactus that arm, come up onto your left fingertips, lift your left leg up and over. Pause here for a couple of breaths, feeling that stretch, opening up through the front of your right shoulder. Gently drop your right shoulder down into the ground. You can pop a cushion underneath the side of your right cheek. Keep breathing down into your belly. Shoulders stay relaxed. And then from here, slowly come back through center and we'll take it to the other side. I'll show you the first option with straight elbow. Arm is in line with your shoulder. Come up into your right fingertips and then take that leg up and over. So you may need to just lift your chest as you rotate. See if you can gently curl your tailbone under so that you keep this length for your lower back. And then from here, slowly come back down to lie onto your belly. You're going to slide both hands down by your side. If you feel compression or pinching through your lower back, take your feet a little bit wider. Otherwise, see if you can take your big toes to connect. As you inhale, you're going to lift your forehead and your chest off the mat. Hover both palms up. And maybe this is enough for you and you just stop there. So if you're new to this kind of extension work and lifting of your chest away from the ground, just stay here. Draw your shoulder blades down your mat, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. Maybe you can then hover both legs off the ground. So once again, you want to find length. So as you reach your toes back, can you then stretch and press the back of your heart forward? Keep the back of your heart long. Take one more inhale and then exhale, lower yourself down, take one cheek to the mat. We're going to take that one more time. You can either take the variations we just took then, or you're going to interlace your hands behind your lower back. Forehead meets the earth on your next breath in. Wrap your outer upper arm bones back. Reach your knuckles towards your heels. Float your hands off your butt. Keep sliding shoulder blades down your back and then feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades press into the back of your heart to lift your chest up a little bit higher. Stay there for one more big breath in and then exhale, lower down. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, knees wide, press back, child's pose. And take some little rocks here just to stretch out through your back. And then from here, slowly lift your torso up. And we will finish there. Thank you for joining me. See you next time, everyone.